Hello everyone and welcome to episode 92 of the Wizard101 Let's Play series, Balance Let's Play series. Now you may be wondering, Noah, why are you here? We thought you'd all quit this Let's Play because it has been officially 3 weeks now since you have played, and that is a fair point, and I would like to explain that a little bit in the first little bit of this video. So, for those of you that were watching my series consistently every day, you could just tell by my interactions with the game, by my overall demeanor while recording, and just about everything that I was not happy while playing the game. I was very burnt out. Now, I won't say that I was burnt out of the game completely. It was just this Let's Play. And that's why I started the duo Let's Play with Calvin, which isn't over, by the way. It looks like I put a pause on Wiz, but realistically, it's just me venturing out and doing other things I want to do. It's not going anywhere. It's not going to stop. But I would like to say that the duo Let's Play was most definitely started in response to this, because it was very much I was not having a good time whatsoever while playing the Balance Let's Play. By episode 91, which was last episode, I had been recording the Let's Play for how many days straight? Probably about... So I had that break where I played Lego Star Wars, which actually did really bad on the channel, which was a 2 or 3 day break. And that was the only break I've had in about 60 episodes. So, you can see why I'd become burnt out. And shut up, I'm trying to talk here, bitch. But anyways, you could see why I would become burnt out with that schedule. It was just too much, and I think it overloaded my brain at an incredibly fast rate, and it made it so I had to take a break, and I did take a break. I took a 3-week break from this, and I think at this point it's been about a week of a break from the duo Let's Play series. So I think I'm ready to get back into Wiz now. The smoke alarm's going off. I think I'm gonna have to pause the episode. Give me a second, boys. Alright everyone, I'm back. My house is not on fire, it's just a case of poorly made chicken. Yeah, so I don't remember anything that was happening, but as you can see, I had to restart the battle. I escape quit and then came back in because didn't know how long it was going to take. Is it on my fire? This is why, okay, listen, this is why I didn't play Wiz for 3 weeks. It's things like this that made me not play Wiz for 3 weeks. Because it's just so aggravating to have to restart a battle. And, I mean, I didn't have to restart a battle here, but it's still aggravating, Alright, there we go. We're back. It's really sad, too, Hate it. Okay, so as I think I was saying earlier, burnt out, basically that's the gist of it. I'm back at least for a little while. At the very least, I am going to record a few of these, probably. So, it's not that, does this guy have cheats like Belloc? I think he does. How much does this Tempest do? 83. Okay, so they're non-existent. Whatever, I don't care. But basically, don't expect the series to be daily. It's not like every day I'm going to be recording Wiz. I want to, as I said, I kind of want to branch out, do some other things. My Star Wars The Old Republic series, and I highly recommend any of you that are watching this to go watch that. Because I do think, I think you should give it a chance. I think it's going to be a fun series, and it shows a different side of what I can do as a content creator in a way. It's the same kind of commentary style, just over a different game, and it has different kind of vibe to it than Wizard101 does. And I think a lot of you would like it if you gave it a chance. So yeah. Also, I pre-recorded a lot of videos, but basically, I'd like to thank you guys for having me reach my sub goal. I said I wanted 275 by the end of June. I'm at 277 right now. So you guys hit it. Good job. I noticed that those tutorial videos get a decent amount of views and a decent amount of likes, which means I think that you guys like them. So should I make more of them? Probably. I don't really know what to make them on. So if any of you are watching this and have a suggestion of what to make, what I would make more tutorials on, go ahead. I was actually really surprised though, because I recorded those 3 tutorial videos in a row. The school one, the beginner guide, and the intermediate advanced guide. I thought that the beginner guide was going to get more views than the advanced guide, you know, because there's more beginners in this game. Beginners are going to be searching for videos. But for some reason, the advanced guide got like 5 times the amount of views that the beginner one did, and I was really confused about that. I mean, I'm not complaining. Whatever. I mean, they're both still gaining views, which means it isn't like, you know, I honestly don't think either of them are bad tutorial videos. Do I admit that they were a little bit... Okay, so for those of you that don't know, I do want to be a teacher when I grow up, or when I get older, graduate college, whatever. That's my after-school plan, and I do enjoy doing those tutorial teacher-style videos. I think that they're fun to do. But I will admit that those were more like a, oh god, I need something to record, what should I do? And then I'm like, oh, I'll record more tutorial videos, which I don't think that's necessarily an issue. It's just like, I get this thing where I don't want to do, you know, I don't want to record Let's Play series not anymore, but as much. And specifically this one, I was definitely burnt out from. It's khrysalis. It's really hard to not get burnt out. I'm going to try to continue. I want to upload a video of this at least once a week. More than once a week. But once a week's my literal absolute minimum. And I say that just because I think giving myself that absolute minimum is a really important thing, because I definitely want this series to continue. I want to finish khrysalis, but the problem is I don't have the motivation to, because I think that khrysalis is really painful and it's really hard to record, especially when you're on your own, because commentating over absolute suffering for 40 minutes an episode just isn't that fun, and I'm sure it isn't the funnest thing to listen to either. I mean, it's really hard for me to find commentary to talk about. Like, I can't, you know, talk about game things and life things as much, because I find that I'm just complaining about the game, and I don't want a Let's Play series of 90 episodes of me complaining about the game. That isn't what I wanted initially. That's not what I want now. And for those of you that are watching this video and are new to the channel, I want you to know that I am thankful for all of your support so much. It's helped me continue this series so much. The amount of attention it's getting, even if it's only small comparably to other YouTubers, I don't really care about that. I won't say... So, those of you that know me know that I don't focus on the numbers. To me, it isn't like, oh, I want to do this for money. Oh, I want to do this to get popular. For me, it's almost like kind of like a game to watch the numbers and to keep those numbers up. I think it's a fun activity to do, and it's fun as a hobby. Like, it's rewarding. Like, if you say you're playing an instrument and you know, like, say you're playing the piano and you learn how to do, like, Mozart's piano concerto, like, one of them. I don't know how many he made. I think he made quite a few of them, though. But you know how to play that, and you have a measurable amount of progress. For example, if you're playing guitar and you're learning how to do, like, you know, like some kind of chord progression or some kind of exercise for your fingers, and you do it at a faster and faster tempo. I think it's similar to that, where it's a measurable data to how well I'm progressing at what I like to do in my hobby. And I don't want anyone for a second to think that I'm doing this specifically for money, because I'm not. If I was doing this for money, I would be pushing my Patreon at the beginning of every single episode, and I'd be saying subscribe, watch, because for those of you that don't know, to get monetized on YouTube, you need to have 1,000 subs and 4,000 hours of watch time. I only have like 500 hours of watch time, and this is in the last year, by the way. You need to have, no, I don't think it's 1,000 subs in a year. I think it's 1,000 subs total, and then 2,000 hours watch time in the last year. I only have 500, about 600 hours of watch time in the last year. So I already am only at a quarter of that. I'm also actually at a quarter of the subs. So I'm honestly not anywhere really close to getting monetized. So those of you that think, oh, hey, he's doing this for the money, no, I honestly don't even expect to get that far. And I don't mind it if I don't get that far, because it's a hobby. And I think that those that go into YouTube trying to get money aren't going at it the right way. Especially, and it's very noticeable, because those people will put either not minimal effort, but they'll have more minimal interest in their videos, or they put a lot of effort in and they beg for, you know, views and subscribers and stuff. And I'd like to further push. When I say I want a sub goal, that's me challenging you guys in a way that I think is interesting. It's not that I want to reach a certain amount of subs. I think the number's interesting and I think it's cool, but it's not like I want to get popular. Me challenging you with a sub goal is more me seeing how far I can push the content in a different way. Now, you guys might be looking at me and think that I'm talking out of my ass, and I don't care if you think I'm talking out of my ass. You can think whatever you want about me. I really don't care. You know, I'm not doing this so that people can think, you know, I'm not doing this as a self-image thing. I think that anyone can think whatever they want about me. They can say what they want about me. I don't really care. I know the truth, and that's all that matters to me. Some nice, calming tea. I'm thinking... So, I think this episode, by the looks of it, because I haven't talked about that yet, it looks like there's this fight, there's quite a few mob fights, and then there's a, like, dungeon area type thing that has a boss fight in it. And that'll be the end of this episode. So how it's gonna go... Oh, I was stunned. How it's gonna go is I'm probably gonna record these every once in a while, just whenever I feel like it, because I don't think that it doesn't feel like forcing myself to do it once a day is the right thing to do anymore, because you can see if there's like a chart here. Let me demonstrate with this pencil, right? So like up here is my mental stability, and this is like episode 60 of Wiz, right? So it goes like this. It kind of flatlines, maybe even goes up a little bit because it's fun to watch. And then it reaches like a peak at the end of Avalon. So it's kind of like, you know, like this, right? And then it just declines like pretty steadily in Aztec at an incredibly fast rate, and then it just goes straight down in Chrysalis. And then it flatlines. Now, I'm doing these videos for fun, which is obviously why I stopped doing the Let's Play in the first place. Because if I was doing this for consistent views, or if I was doing this for money, I would have continued despite what, you know, despite what was happening. Because this series statistically gets me the most views, but compared to most of my other things. And You know, I think that's a serious thing that is for me, is that, or that, you know, is present for me, is that I'm not doing this as a job, I'm doing this a hobby. And that's why I can make the executive decision to say, hey, this Wiz series, I can put it on hold for 3 weeks because I don't care. Because I don't want to disappoint you guys, but at the same time, I'm not going to destroy my mental health over something I consider a hobby. And I think that's really important to any new YouTubers out there who are watching this or who are trying to start a new channel, is that don't push yourself to a level where you're actually like forcing yourself in unhealthy ways to go forward. I think anyone who's doing this as a hobby should strive for consistency. Now, consistency is an important thing for YouTube, which is why I'm uploading daily still. Consistency makes so the channel isn't forgotten in the eyes of YouTube statistics. Consistency is what makes it grow as a whole and allows you to make videos as a hobby that people watch. Now, devil flowers, okay. But if you're doing this as a pure hobby, I would recommend doing daily uploads of something you like already. Now, for example, when I did Star Wars The Old Republic, you'll notice that I've been uploading those the last 4 days. I have more footage of that. I actually recorded 6 episodes in 2 days, which is a lot. It's significantly higher than almost anything I've recorded in terms of Wiz. I mean, obviously not all together. There's definitely been a day or two in this Wiz Let's Play that I've done quite a few episodes. But it's honestly statistically higher because I enjoy that game. I have fun doing that game. And it's something new and refreshing. It's like recording this, but with a game, or not with a game I actually like, because I won't say that I hate Wiz. It's a game that I feel refreshed playing, and I enjoy playing consistently. This game is very much hard for that, and I don't want this to turn into an episode of me ranting, which it already has, really. It's been, you know, almost 18 minutes, almost 20 minutes, you can just round up, of me, you know, ranting about kind of what's been going on. But I think that you guys need to hear this, because I think that it's important for those of you that watch this channel for only this series, because this series is what's helped grow my channel the most. I've grown about, what, 60 subs and probably about 6,000 views, or almost 7,000 views, since the beginning of this series, and it's this series that has the most of that, and has the most power behind it on my channel. And for those of you that only watch me for this series, I want you to know that I won't continue this series if it harms my mental health. I think everyone needs to hear that, because I think it's important for anyone, not just YouTubers. A life lesson: don't force yourself to do something, especially a hobby, that affects your mental health in such a drastic and painful way. Find coping mechanisms, or don't do it. Because for me, it's the fact that you know, I never wanted this channel to become a pure Wiz channel. That was never what I wanted. Do I have this unlocked? If not, I do now. I never wanted this channel to become a pure Wiz channel. You'll notice back when I first was doing videos, Wizard101 was, up until this Wiz series, it was never a consistently uploaded game for me. I think I've tried to do Wiz series in the past, and none of them have really succeeded, which I'm thankful for. I think it's all learning moments for me. I think it really does help me.
Are you some new?
Stop it. Okay, attack deck, yes. But I think, you know, I've learned from those Wiz series in the past. But as I was saying, you'll notice that when I started uploading consistently to YouTube again, I say consistently, but it's not really consistent. I started with my edited Star Wars Battlefront 2 videos. Now, this channel at this point is 6 years old, so it's over a third of my life span I've had this YouTube channel, which is crazy to think about. But I uploaded videos as a kid. I uploaded randomly, sporadically, whatever came to my mind. You'll notice certain things like certain things I left up for memorial's sake, because I don't personally believe in taking down old videos, because I feel like it hides what's developed your channel as a whole. Now, you'll notice that there is a month on, like, if you go on Social Blade or whatever, you'll notice there's a month where my views dipped. I believe I had 15,000, and then I took down videos and it went down to 3,800. Now, the reason why I did this was because I was thinking that I didn't want these old channels, these cringy videos, or these old cringy videos on my channel that everyone can see. Because, for example, my most viewed video, if you've ever looked through my videos and sorted by most popular, you'll notice my most popular is a Dragon Ball Z Universe video, and it's the worst. Like, it is 13-year-old me, has a really high-pitched voice, doing mods in a really bad way. It's not creative, it's not consistent, it's not good, but it has the most views. And I think it's really important. I'm not leaving it up for my view count to seem inflated. I'm leaving it up for everyone to see where I came from, because it shows how much I've developed as a YouTuber, as a video maker, as, you know, a person. I've changed so much from that. My second most viewed video on this channel now is the first episode of this Wizard101 Let's Play series, which I'm really thankful for. It consistently gains views, which really astounds me, honestly. It just passed 1,000, I think, about a few weeks ago, or a week or two ago. But yeah, I thank you all for watching it. It's impressive to me how fast it goes up, and you know, I'm thankful that everyone watches it. But that's my second most thing. And honestly, out of my top 10 videos, it's probably the one, or not out of my top 10, but out of, you know, my most viewed videos, it's the one I'm most proud of, because it's actually content that has started something. It started something on my channel. And for those of you that watch it, it's virtually unrecognizable. The voice, the content, the actual, like, the visuals, the voice, it's almost unrecognizable, because at that point, I don't think I had this microphone right here that you can see in every video. I had a crappy headset and like a mic, which honestly, it costs the same amount as this microphone. For any of you that want a new microphone, get the Blue Yeti. It's cheaper than most headsets, or most expensive headsets, and you don't even need decent headphones. These headphones, I got them for about $15 in Walmart, and honestly, they work fine. They're not the best, but they work. They're good enough. Now, that first video, you can tell that I started it on a whim. It was me sitting there and being like, what should I do with my life at this moment? I believe it was the end of my junior year of school. Yeah, it was around then. It was May, I believe it was like May 5th that I started, or no, it was April 4th or April 5th that I started it. So it was towards the end of my schooling. Towards the end of my school year, sorry, not schooling, as a whole. But you can see I started on a whim. I didn't plan to do a whole series on it. Well, I did, but it wasn't a serious plan. It wasn't something I ever thought would evolve into what it is today, nearing 100 episodes. Consistently, I uploaded that for about a month or two, which is what I've done now, but I wasn't holding myself to any standard. I was recording the videos, uploading them without saying I'm gonna record at this time every day. Not every day, but I was gonna record every day and then upload the next day, which is what I've been doing for the last 2 months. That was me recording multiple in a day, uploading them whenever, and I think I even skipped a few days. I think I did. But you can tell it's, you know, I think it's always good to look at, in my opinion, when you look at a series that has lasted so long on a channel like mine, which this series is now over a year old at this point, I think it's always important to watch the first episode of the series and watch a little bit of the newest episode, because it shows how it's developed as a whole. For example, if someone watched my first episode and then watched this episode, they would be like, holy crap, this is a completely different person than is in the first episode. And that makes you think, it's like, how did this develop? When did this develop? And you'll notice over my series, I think the first 30 episodes, I was definitely more reserved. Reserved is the correct word. I definitely didn't have what I call the YouTube voice, which is knowing how to commentating consistently, and having a more upbeat voice, which I don't always have this upbeat voice. It isn't like consistently in all my videos I'm like, hey guys, welcome to a YouTube video. You know, it's not like that. It's like you have a personality that you put on more. For example, my personality, I normally put on a personality, generally, because it makes people laugh. I enjoy doing it. But it's usually, if I had to do anything, which a lot of people don't expect this from YouTubers, but it's actually funny how common it is they hate hanging out with people, hate talking to people. And that's something that I agree with. I absolutely despise conversing with more than 2 people, or conversing with even just one person for too long is mentally exhausting to me. Now, my close friends, yes, I can talk to for a long time, but general people, no. It's just after a certain amount of time, my brain's like, no, I'm not enjoying this conversation anymore. And you know, it's and I think that's a funny thing, is that that not a lot of people recognize, is that the personality that people put on is not their actual personality. And I think you can see the development of that. The first 30 episodes was more my actual personality. I would talk like this. I'd be like, hey guys, welcome back to the Wizard101 Let's Play series. You know, today we're doing this. Oh, you know, this is a cool thing, yada, 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 stuff like that. But it lacks the general emotion. And I think that's something you'll recognize in a lot of people's older stuff, especially, you know, most of the major YouTubers. You look at their older stuff and they have something similar. Obviously, I'm not saying I'm a big YouTuber or anything. I'm just saying that it develops when you make videos. A stage voice / stage personality does develop when you record videos constantly. Let me take another sip of my tea, because I've been talking a lot. Yeah, as I was saying, I think it was towards the end of Dragonspire, middle of Mushu, I started getting a little bit more outgoing, and you'll notice there is such a jump, because I did this thing where I took a break. I took a big break. I'm talking like right now, right? This was a 3-week break between this episode and the last episode. That break, I believe it was in mid Dragonspire, episodes 30. I think was it 32 to 33. Or was it 33 to 34? I don't know. I think I recorded 34, 35, and 36, which were the last of Dragonspire. And I recorded those in December. I believe the episode that was uploaded before that was sometime in June. So I took like a 6-month break. It was actually insane. I think I uploaded, if you look at it though, I think I uploaded videos in between that. Because I was interested in uploading videos still. I just didn't have the motivation to do it. Now, I recorded those Dragonspire videos, and at that point, because I was burnt out by that point as well in the game, because I've been recording for 2 months straight, you'll notice that I took another break, because I figured by that point, I was done with the game, because I said to myself, I was like, end of Dragonspire, Arc 1 would actually be a decent place to end it, because if I just don't upload any more of the series, people will think, oh, it was just an Arc 1 series, or, oh, he got burnt out, you know, yada, 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 but it was still a good place to end it. I felt bad because I hadn't recorded the end of Dragonspire, which is why I came back to do it. Those videos did decently well, because a lot of people noticed that I was back, that watched my series before, noticed I was back, and was like, wow, this is interesting, you know? And they're like, okay, we'll come back, we'll look at what he's doing, and we'll see. And they noticed that I was more present in my videos, and I was having a better time recording. I think, and you know, I put on the wrong deck. Let's do this. Can I actually teleport? Yeah, I can. Alright, but, that was kind of what happened there. Now, I think I took another break. So, I finished in December. I finished Dragonspire. From there, I believe, I started this series, again, this part of the series, in March, I believe. I believe I did the Winter Tusk episodes in March, and then I took a little bit of a break, and then I started Celestia. So, see, the thing is that my Winter Tusk part of the episodes, which were what I did, you know, next, what I did after Dragonspire, was something I hadn't really planned on. I'd taken a long break, and I was like, what can I do right now? I haven't recorded on my channel for a long time, and I haven't had as much of a presence as I'd like to, as much of a, you know, presence on my own channel, not on the platform, on my own channel. So what I did is I kind of not really sucked it up, but I decided I'm going to come back, and I'm going to come back, you know, stronger than I had in the past. Because in the past I had not a lot of consistency, I didn't have as much of a presence, and I didn't enjoy making videos as much. It's not that I didn't enjoy it, it's that I didn't enjoy doing it consistently. So I challenged myself. I was like, what am I gonna do? I will start recording consistently. So what I did is I did all of Celestia consistently. I don't think I did it daily, but I did it. There was a video at least once a week, and I think I completed it within two or 3 weeks, which is much more than I'd done in the past. It was something where I challenged myself. I was like, I have to do this, and so I did. And you'll notice that towards the end, I got a little bit iffy. You'll see that at the very end, like the last episode has like a 4 or 5 day gap, 3 to 4 day gap between each of the last like 3 episodes or something in Celestia. And then by the end of Celestia, because Celestia's a really bad world, obviously. It's not fun to do. I was like, okay, Zafaria, Avalon next. I enjoy those worlds to a degree. And I said to myself, I'm going to do daily. Like, not like daily in quotes where I try to record daily, but I miss like 3 days, 2 days every once in a while. And I did. I've recorded daily every single day since Zafaria. Now, I think that that's really important for a lot of people to recognize, is that I have been doing this series and this specific thing now for it's been about 2.5 months. Is it 2.5 months? I think it's been 2.5 months, honestly. And that's really important to recognize, because 2.5 months is a long time. That is, you know, like a semester in school. That's, well, not a semester. I think it's would that be a quarter in school? But it's a long time. 2.5 months. A lot can change in that amount of time. And I think that it's important to recognize that the reason why I paused wasn't because, you know, oh, I'm a quitter, oh, he's over dramatic. It's that people are people, and they get burnt out. And that's what I did. I got burnt out. And instead of being permanently burnt out and, you know, quitting, I said, I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to record something new. And then I'm going to put this on the back burner for a little bit until I eventually finish Chrysalis, and then potentially Polaris will be a daily upload thing again. And that's what I'm going to do. Whether the series is not canceled, it's not stopped, I want to put that to rest. Or, I mean, it's not, I don't know if that's been a question because no one comments on my videos, but you know, I think that I just needed to do something else, and I need to do something else. And if at some point you guys say, hey, we want more Wiz content, maybe I'll do something like where it'll be like a special, like a week, like, or not a week, but a little bit where I'll like record, you know, or I'll upload a Wiz video and a separate video like one day a week or something like that. And I think, you know, that could work. Oh, God. How do I get over here? Okay, right here. Well, that's the end of this episode. Jesus. I've been talking for way too long. I've been talking for 35 minutes, like, straight. Like, consistently, and my voice is actually a little bit, iffy for it. I was thinking about recording a SWTOR episode after this, but I honestly don't think I can. I'm almost level 99, which is pretty cool. But that's going to be it for this episode. Next episode will be uploaded at some point, I swear. If I have to take a little bit of a break, I will. I honestly don't think I'll have that much of a problem right now. It felt pretty fresh. This episode didn't feel like it was that much suffering. The worst thing that happened was an E3. But if you enjoyed, if you're excited for this series, please drop a like. Hit the sub button. Leave a comment down below if you're happy. Or just don't do any of these things. I don't care. Yeah, so I'll see you in the next episode. Have a fantastic day.